All right, what's up, everybody? I'm gonna make it short and sweet, but I did have a little word come on to me here. I just driving down here past Westlake, and I passed an orange Lamborghini, a green Lamborghini. There was like a pink Porsche and a couple other. I think I saw a McLaren, but it's crazy. I think 10 years ago I probably would have been filled with envy and jealousy, and why can't I have those things? But it's weird because my heart went to, man, if I had that amount of money or that kind of money, how many families could I help by purchasing them a decent, reliable $12,000 vehicle? Nothing fancy, just something that's going to be reliable for their family. And then I started to think how God will change the desires of your heart to align with his will. And let me sort of explain and break that down a little bit. Think about a child. I think about my son Benjamin, who I didn't have custody of until he was 9 years old. Even though we spent weekends together and we spent a lot of time together, he was into a lot of things that I wasn't into. He was into Pokemon. He was into a lot of things that I'd never been into. I know that's normal. I'm not saying anything against that if your kid's into Pokemon or anything. I'm just saying that's something I wasn't into. I was more into every sport, anything with a ball, anything that involved tackling or roughhousing, that was me. I was called Tank growing up. That was my nickname, and I was a tank from what I hear from the stories. Getting a little taste of it now with my toddler, Ayana, who's 2.5, a little over 2.5. Wild little tank. I'm telling you, nothing can stop her. But anyway, that's off subject. What I'm going to say is that, that when we spend more time with the Father, the desires of our heart will align with his will. And when his will is done, it has to be a good thing. I'm talking to myself this morning because it really hit me. I was thinking about Benjamin, how at 9 years old, when I received full custody of him, I'm not saying we didn't have anything in common, but he was just into a lot of things that I wasn't into. So gradually, as we have been spending more time together over the years, he's 15 now. His favorite thing is basketball, just so happens to be my favorite thing. In all sports, really, he's just really come into, it reminds me of a little me. Funny little guy. So what I want to say is, how much time are you spending with the Father? With Abba Father? Ask yourself that. Don't tell nobody else, just ask yourself that. Are you spending enough time with Abba so that the desires of your heart are going to align with his will and not yours? See, our fleshly sinful nature is not going to allow us to align our desires up with God's will, really. It's not. It comes with maturity, I believe, over time. But that maturity comes through spending time with him in his word. The Bible says iron sharpens iron. It's just like Pastor Josh said on Sunday, he had or Wednesday, he had an awesome word about, when he was talking, he was saying that, we need to be reading our Bibles with others and talking about it. And it just brought it was like a light bulb went off, and it was like, oh, that's right. It's not just for me to read by myself or with my wife or study in my own time, but I need to be talking about what I've read, because iron sharpens iron, and that's what it be, talking with my brother. Anyway, I love y'all. I'm getting a little off. It got a little long. I said I'm keeping it short, but it's hard to do when you start talking about how God works and how good he is, and it's just hard to keep it short when there's so much to say. I love y'all. I pray that everybody has a blessed day, and I will talk to you later.